Today we celebrate feminine beauty in this theme and era, expressed through style, elegance, posture, and presence. Picture this. A young woman steps off the school bus in 1994. Her high-top sneakers hitting the pavement with confidence that could move mountains. These weren't just shoes. They were declarations of independence, comfort, and a new kind of feminine cool that redefined what it meant to look effortlessly beautiful while conquering both sidewalks and hallways. What made the 90s so revolutionary for women's footwear? For the first time in decades, comfort and style weren't opposing forces. Young women could sprint to catch the bus, dance at house parties, and walk miles through city streets without sacrificing an ounce of their personal aesthetic. The high-top sneaker became the great equalizer, transforming how women moved through their world with grace, athleticism, and undeniable presence. The 1990s marked a seismic shift in how American women approached personal style. Born from basketball courts and hip-hop culture, high-top sneakers crossed into mainstream feminine fashion around 1991. Women were entering college in record numbers, taking on physically demanding jobs, and embracing active lifestyles that demanded footwear as dynamic as their ambitions. The traditional boundaries between athletic wear and everyday fashion began to blur, creating space for a new kind of feminine expression, one that prioritized movement, comfort, and authentic self-expression over restrictive beauty standards. The silhouette was unmistakable ankle-high canvas or leather uppers that hugged the foot with supportive embrace, thick rubber soles that added both height and cushioning, and laces that could be styled loose for casual elegance or tight for athletic performance. The color palette ranged from classic black and white combinations to bold jewel tones, electric purple, forest green, and crimson red that caught light and attention in equal measure. Canvas versions offered breathability and casual charm, perfect for weekend adventures and relaxed school days. Leather iterations provided durability and a slightly more polished look that could transition from classroom to evening hangouts. Converse Chuck Taylor, All-Stars remained the gold standard, but brands like Nike, Reebok, and LA Gear introduced innovations that captured feminine attention. The Nike Air Jordan line, originally designed for men, found devoted female followers who appreciated the combination of performance technology and street-ready style. Reebok's Freestyle High, specifically designed for women in bright white leather with soft terry cloth lining, became a phenomenon when it launched in 1982 and reached peak popularity throughout the 90s. These shoes featured a distinctive silhouette that emphasized both athletic capability and feminine grace. Accessories played a crucial role in personalizing the high-top experience. Colored laces became an art form. Neon pink, electric blue, or classic red could transform the entire character of a shoe. Some women collected dozens of lace colors, switching them out to match outfits or moods. Loose, deliberately untied laces created a relaxed, confident aesthetic that suggested the wearer was too cool to be bothered with perfect symmetry. Others preferred tight, precisely tied bows that emphasized attention to detail and athletic readiness. The beauty of these sneakers lay not just in their construction, but in how they encouraged a particular kind of feminine movement and posture. Women who wore high tops walked differently, with longer strides, more confidence, and a casual grace that spoke to both comfort and capability. The slight elevation provided by the thick soles created an elongated silhouette, while the ankle support encouraged an upright, athletic bearing that radiated strength and self-assurance. This was feminine beauty expressed through movement, comfort, and the quiet confidence that comes from knowing your feet can take you anywhere you need to go. The 90s high-top sneaker represented a new chapter in feminine beauty, one where comfort met confidence on every street corner and school hallway across America. The finishing touches that completed the high-top look were as important as the shoes themselves. Thick, cushioned athletic socks became visible style statements, often pulled high and folded over the shoe's upper edge. These socks came in bright colors or featured bold stripes that coordinated with or deliberately contrasted against the sneakers. Some women preferred thin, barely there socks that disappeared into the shoe, creating a cleaner, more streamlined appearance. Others embraced the layered look, wearing tights or leggings underneath with colorful socks as a playful accent that peeked out between shoe and clothing. The cultural landscape where these women moved was equally distinctive and vibrant. High school hallways in 1993 buzzed with the sound of rubber soles on linoleum, creating a rhythmic soundtrack to teenage life. These sneakers were perfect for navigating crowded cafeterias, rushing between classes with heavy backpacks, and sitting comfortably through long study sessions in the library. The shoes encouraged an active, engaged approach to school life. Women could participate fully in impromptu basketball games during lunch, walk long distances to after-school jobs, or dance at school functions without worrying about foot pain or mobility restrictions. Weekend culture revolved around comfort and casual exploration. Shopping malls became social hubs where groups of young women could spend entire Saturday afternoons walking miles of corridors, trying on clothes, and socializing without physical discomfort. The sneakers were equally at home at house parties, where dancing to hip-hop and alternative rock required footwear that could handle hours of movement. Movie theaters, bowling alleys, and local diners welcomed the casual elegance of high tops, paired with everything from denim overalls to flowing sundresses. Street culture embraced the high top as a symbol of authentic, unpretentious femininity. Women wore them while walking dogs in urban neighborhoods, commuting on public transportation, or meeting friends at coffee shops that served as informal community centers. The shoes suggested a woman who was approachable, active, and confident in her own skin. Someone who chose comfort and practicality without sacrificing personal style or beauty. Professional environments began accommodating this shift toward casual footwear. Part-time jobs in retail, food service, and entry-level office positions allowed or even encouraged sneakers for their comfort and professional appearance. Young women working at record stores, bookshops, or clothing boutiques found that high tops projected the right combination of competence and approachability that employers valued in customer-facing roles. The ritual of selecting and caring for high tops became a form of self-expression and personal maintenance. Women developed techniques for keeping white leather clean using specialized cleaners or household items like baking soda and old toothbrushes. Canvas versions could be machine-washed, making them practical choices for active lifestyles. The gradual breaking-in process created shoes that molded perfectly to individual feet, becoming increasingly comfortable and personalized over time. This feminine beauty was about more than appearance. It represented a fundamental shift in how women moved through their daily lives with grace, confidence, and authentic self-expression, setting the foundation for a cultural impact that would resonate far beyond the decade itself. The 90s high-top sneaker became a powerful symbol of feminine beauty that transcended its original athletic purpose and transformed into a cultural phenomenon. The impact of women embracing high-top sneakers rippled through every aspect of American culture during the decade. Fashion magazines like 17 and YM began featuring sneakers in editorial spreads, showing young women how to style athletic footwear with everything from baby tees and cargo pants to slip dresses and denim jackets. Department stores responded by expanding their athletic footwear sections and creating dedicated spaces for women's sneakers that emphasized both performance and style. Television shows reflected this shift. Characters on popular series like My So-Called Life and Friends wore high tops as part of their everyday wardrobes, normalizing athletic footwear as acceptable feminine fashion for prime-time audiences. the sneaker industry transformed to meet this growing female market. Companies hired female designers and researchers to better understand women's foot mechanics, style preferences, and lifestyle needs. This led to innovations in color palettes, sizing options, and design details that specifically appealed to feminine tastes, while maintaining the performance characteristics that made high tops popular with athletes. Marketing campaigns began featuring young women in non-athletic settings, showing sneakers as versatile lifestyle choices rather than purely sports equipment. Retail environments evolved to accommodate this cultural shift. Foot Locker and other specialty athletic retailers expanded their women's sections and hired female sales associates who understood the nuances of feminine style preferences. Shopping became a social experience where groups of friends would spend afternoons trying on different sneaker styles, discussing color combinations, and sharing tips for styling athletic footwear with various outfits. The purchase of high-top sneakers became a rite of passage for many young women, marking their transition into a more independent, confident phase of life. The influence extended beyond fashion into broader cultural attitudes about feminine beauty and capability. Women wearing comfortable, supportive footwear were more likely to walk longer distances, participate in spontaneous physical activities, and approach their daily lives with greater confidence and mobility. This shift contributed to changing perceptions about what it meant to be feminine. Beauty could include strength, practicality, and active engagement with the world rather than passive aesthetic display. First, the high-top silhouette created an unmistakable feminine signature that balanced athletic capability with graceful proportion. The ankle-high design provided visual weight that grounded flowing skirts and dresses while adding structure to casual outfits. Second, the thick, cushioned sole became a platform for confident movement and posture, allowing women to stride through their environments with assurance and comfort that translated into natural elegance and presence. Third, the customizable nature of laces, colors, and styling options created opportunities for personnel expression that reflected individual personality while maintaining the cohesive aesthetic of 90s feminine beauty. This era of high-top sneakers represented something profound about feminine beauty in the 1990s. The recognition that grace and elegance could coexist with comfort and practicality. These shoes allowed women to move through their world with confidence, participating fully in active lifestyles while maintaining their personal style and aesthetic preferences. The beauty lay not just in how the sneakers looked, but in how they made women feel capable, comfortable, and authentically themselves. Today, when we see vintage high-top sneakers in fashion retrospectives or contemporary interpretations on modern runways, we're reminded of a time when feminine beauty expanded to embrace athleticism, comfort, and authentic self-expression. The legacy of 90s high-top culture continues to influence how we think about footwear, fashion, and the relationship between beauty and functionality in women's lives. This celebration of practical elegance remains a testament to a generation of women who refused to choose between looking beautiful and feeling comfortable as they conquered their daily adventures with grace, style, and unshakable confidence.